What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Welcome back to the channel. So, I think for the first time, I think Detective Chase has made my thumbnail. Because every video I have a different character in the thumbnail for the video that I upload. He has officially, I think for the first time, made the thumbnail for my video today. I don't think I've ever had Detective Chase as my thumbnail for any of my videos. I don't think since he joined the show, I don't think I have. So anyway, congratulations, Chase. Anyway, getting into this episode, am I the only one that's completely, utterly sick of Peter August at this point? Like, I'm tired of looking at him. It's like I get bored when I look at him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm loving the fact that Dr. Obrecht is literally torturing the shit out of him. I love it. I think it's cool. But I mean, for the first couple of episodes, yeah, it's cool, but it's like at this point now, what's the freak is the end game on this? Like, what's the point of all of this? To get some confession that you can't use? I mean, legally, even if he confessed to every crime he's ever committed, you can't use it. So what's the point? But I guess she's getting some enjoyment out of torturing him, which, like I said, I'm all for it. Her smashing him. I mean, she literally smashed his hand with a bat. Yo, Obrecht is crazy. Nina, of course, is starting to piss me off again because I could. The reason she pissing me off is because I could start to see that she's softening up towards Peter, and I'm not happy about that. Like, stop showing him compassion. Like, stop, please, stop it, Nina. Be ruthless. That's what I want to see. Ruthless. But yeah, I think it's time for Obrecht and Nina to let him go. Let the PCPD take care of it. Just let him go at this point. You know what I mean? What's the point of all this torture? Just drop it. Let the cops do what they do. Even though I would not put my faith in the PCPD, I'm just saying because we know how they operate. Um, the worst police department in TV show history. I wouldn't say the worst, probably one of the worst. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I probably seen worse other than them, but one of the worst. So anyway, moving on from that, Kim and Julian are planning this camping trip for the weekend. It would have been cool if they actually showed this episode on a Friday, seeing as how today is Monday, so it kind of cancels out that whole weekend thing because this is the beginning of the week and it is Tuesday. So I think they should have just put this particular thing on Friday. Because it would have coincided with the weekend. I mean, you put this type of episode on a Tuesday, it's like y'all sitting there talking about the weekend, and they're making it seem like today is Friday and stuff like that. In Port Charles land is Friday, but for us it's Tuesday, of course. But I was like, you should have just planned it a little better and put it on the actual Friday. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not to be too picky. I'm just saying. I just pointed that out. Um, but anyway, so yeah, they going on some camping trip for the weekend, and Oscar's staying with Drew at the mansion. So apparently Oscar is not pleased about Kim and Julian seeing each other or whatever, because of course he wants Kim and Drew together. That's what he wants. Well, boy, sorry to burst your bubble, but this is not Burger King. You can't have it your way. Sorry. I am so. I mean, here's the thing. I understand he wants a family or whatever, like that family dynamic of two parents living in a household. But it ain't like he grew up with that. And he is 15. So it's like you didn't grow up with your mom and your dad living in the same house. You know what I mean? You didn't grow up with that. So it's like, why do you want that? You're 15. You're damn near in college. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let it go. Some aspirations we just have to let go. I'm just saying. Um, you know, because even when I watch Y&R and stuff, and I used to see, little Faith Newman, she always begged for Nick and Sharon to get back together so they could be a family. In my opinion, you don't need your parents living under the same roof to be a family. Y'all are still a family, even with them seeing other people. Y'all still a family. It's just a blended family, but you're a family. You know what I mean? Family is family. What does it matter if they live in the same household and they're married? Like, what's the point? Who cares? I'm just saying. Cause I never grew up with that, you know what I'm saying? Like I never had my mother and father in the same house, so I got used to it, and I never wanted them in the same house. Cause first of all, Not to get off topic, but I can't stand my father, so that's another subject. So I was definitely thrilled about that one. That I didn't have to grow up in the same house with that bastard. But anyway, I digress. That's for another episode. For another video I might put out there. But anyway. Um yeah, so Oscar and Drew staying at the mansion, I'm cool with that for the weekend. You know, them bonding and stuff like that. You know what's kind of pissing me off too? I'm seeing a lot of Drew and Oscar bonding, but I'm not seeing no Jason and Danny. I'm not seeing no Jason and Jake. Like, what is the freaking deal here? Y'all giving us all this Drew and Oscar, but what about Jason? He got some sons. I'm just saying, like, damn, can we see them popping popcorn? Watching a horror movie? Speaking of horror movies, I think I'm gonna do a separate video for this, guys. I really want to talk about it. I seen over the weekend the new Halloween trailer for the Halloween movie that's coming out October 19th. The best fucking trailer I've seen in a long time. I am so anticipating this movie. I really am. I think it's gonna be a dope horror movie. It's taking it back to the old school, and I'm really looking forward to it. So anyway, yeah. Oscar and Drew, I'm happy that they're bonding, but I do want to see Jason with his damn sons at his new condo because we really don't see his condo at all. We only seen it probably once, and that's when Danny stayed the night. And I really want to see more of them bonding. Even though on soaps we really don't see the kids that often, you know, work laws and whatnot. But I mean, one episode with him and Jake maybe bonding, getting to know each other more, you know, something of that nature. I really want to see it. But so yeah. So anyway, Lucas is still talking about this adoption. I'm really curious now is who the adopted mother is. Some people are speculating that it's Nell. I don't know. Maybe it could be Nell. Who knows? We never know what's going on in her sick ass mind. We really don't know. But I feel like I'm intrigued by this. I really wish we would see more of the adoption process. And for the love of God, why do we always get episodes where we see Lucas but we never see Brad? Then when we see Brad, we don't see Lucas. I think one time this year we saw the two of them in the same room together. I think that was around Nell's baby shower. That was around, you know, when they were talking about whether Lucas was going or not, and Lucas chose not to go. That was the one time we seen them in a scene together. But I'm like, I've noticed that for a while now. Ever since they got married, we do not see them collectively. Like we don't see them as a unit. It's always separate. I always wonder why. But I digress. So anyway, Jocelyn. Jocelyn. I'm trying to cut her some slack because she is young, she's naive. She doesn't know all the history. She doesn't, well, not the history, but she don't know everything that's happened with Nell and Carly and Sonny. She don't know everything. Like Michael hasn't told her everything. They've pretty much told her bits and pieces. Um you know, I do kind of feel bad for her because she does want her mom, you know, to get out of Ferncliff, and Ferncliff is like the worst. That's why Diane was pushing for Carly to go to Shady Brook, because Shady Brook is more comfortable. You know what I mean? It's less crazy. You know, hell, even Elizabeth had a stint in Shady Brook. Like it's less, you know, psychotic. Ferncliff is a step up. And I remember somebody in the comments, I think over the weekend or I think yesterday, they asked me where was Olivia Jerome. Olivia Jerome is in Darkham. I think it's called Darkham. That's another facility. So Darkham is not prison, but it's a step up from Ferncliff. So Ferncliff, Shady Brook is down here. Ferncliff is up here. This is Shady Brook. This is Ferncliff, and this is Darkham psychiatric facility. So it's levels to it, depending on the type of crazy that you are. Darkham is maximum security. Ferncliff is a little lesser, but Ferncliff is where, of course, Heather Weber is. She should have been put in maximum. I'm just saying, because she has escaped Ferncliff before. Darkham, I don't think she can escape. Ferncliff, she has escaped. But anyway, I was so mad with Michael today because he has been showing promise as far as his having his wits about him. But I was a little pissed because Spinelli dropped off a program for him to install on Nell's computer to plug into her computer so he can bypass her password and just look up everything that she was doing on that computer. He spent so much time talking to Spinelli, so much time talking to uh Jocelyn. I figured, I said, you know what? I know it. It's gonna be typical. By the time he put that program into her computer, I know Nell gonna come back home. And boom, she came back home. I said I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I freaking knew it. I said, Michael, why the hell did you take so much time to plug that thing in there? You could have plugged it in when Spinelli was there and y'all could have talked while you worked. Like, what is wrong with you? Damn. Come on, Michael. You gotta stay ahead of the curve here. We gotta bust this witch. Speaking of witches, so now we get down to the nitty gritty. So Chase and Nell do know each other from Florida. Apparently, this is what I gather. He was a cop in Florida when she was engaged to Zach, you know, the boy that she was about to marry that died on a kayak under scrupulous circumstances, however you want to call it. Um, so my guess is Chase was investigating that because all the evidence pointed to Nell, but they could never get her. So my guess is he was investigating it or looking into it or whatever the case was. And she seduced Chase. This is what I gather. She seduced him, made him fall in love with her, or he was starting to fall in love with her, and she reported him through to his higher ups, to his bosses, and got his whole career just fucked up because of her. He never said that he knew she's the one that reported it. I think he said that he knew somebody reported it, but he didn't say her specifically, but I think he know. And he felt like it was her plan all along to seduce him, get him thrown off the case, so that way he couldn't figure out her true motive. Because I really believe Nell had that boy killed, trying to get his money. I think that's what it was. Because even Chase said it. Well, he didn't say it, but Chase said she has a knack, a talent for latching on to the elite, to the rich, you know, the rich people. She has a talent for it. Like she knows how to latch on to these people. Um, so I definitely like this story is starting to pick up steam. I'm just saying this whole Nell storyline is picking up some heat, and I like it because it's starting to become interesting now. Because now we throw Chase in there, and I think Chase still got a thing for her, even though he's on to her. Like he know who she really is. Like he know about her, how her mind kind of works. I think he still has a little thing for her. Hopefully, that little thing that he has for her does not cloud his judgment as a cop, and hopefully he takes her ass down. I'm so interested in this story because I feel like we got twists and turns in this story because I feel like we don't know who really knows what. And the reason I say that is because look at how Jason and Michael were talking the other day at the mansion, where they were talking, but they were looking at each other. The way they were looking at each other, they were basically talking with their eyes. And when Drew came to stay at the mansion, and I did say Michael looked at him kind of funny, and Drew was looking at him. At first, I thought maybe Michael wasn't happy about him because he had a certain look on his face like he wasn't happy about him moving in. But the way he looked at Drew and the way Drew looked at him, I felt like it was cold. And then all of a sudden, Drew changed his mind and moved into the mansion after he told Monica he was cool staying at the Metro Court. I had a feeling they're working together. This is how I feel. I don't think Drew and Jason are working together on this, but I do believe Michael has set up the plan. Because look at it. Him and Spinelli are working together. Drew all of a sudden moves into the mansion. This is all suspicious as hell. I like it. This is like reading a good book with this storyline. I'm just saying, it's like reading a book. Because I read a lot of mystery novels. I love mystery novels. I love thrillers. And this has the making of a good thriller, a good mystery, because it's a twist and a turn because you don't know who Michael working with. It makes it seem like he's working with Jason, he's working with Spinelli, he's working with Drew now, just by the looks that they're giving each other when they're in a room. Because they look at each other. You know how people look at each other without saying something, but their eyes tell a story? The way that they're looking at each other? I'm loving it. I'm really loving this, and it's picking up steam. I hope they all just band together and take her ass down. Nell is playing with fire, and she's about to get her little ass burned. I'm just saying. She's definitely about to get burned. She's hovering over the pot right now, and it's about to start to boil. You ever seen, I forgot what movie it was, but somebody was boiling a damn rabbit, a bunny in a pot. I forgot what movie it was. This was some creepy shit, but they was boiling a rabbit in a damn pot. I said, what type of freak shit is that? I don't know. It was some movie I was watching. I can't remember the name. It's an old school movie though. I can't remember the name of it. So anyway, moving on from that. So Jason and Sam are talking about this. Jason is pissed that Carly got sent to Ferncliff. You know, him and Sam were talking or whatever, and he was pissed about it. I can't say that I blame him because that's his bestie. Um, but Jason, after talking with Sam, he came up with some type of idea because I guess throughout the conversation, a light bulb came off in his mind. Please tell me Jason is not gonna do what I think he's gonna do. Why do I have the feeling he's probably gonna get himself committed to Ferncliff to protect Carly or whatever? Because you know Sam said Carly can handle herself. I have a feeling because this is just like Pettinville all over again. Remember when he got himself arrested to go protect Michael in Pettinville? I have a feeling he probably gonna get himself committed. You know what would be the dopest way to do that? Him beating the shit out of Franco and saying that he went crazy, or him pulling a gun on somebody unsuspected. That way he can get admitted or something, or rambling like a fool. I just wonder what his plan is gonna be because it seemed like everybody in the storyline coming up with these plans. Like, oh, this one got a plan, Michael got a plan, Jason got a plan, Spinelli got a plan. Like, who got a plan here? I just want to know. So anyway, it was good to see Georgie and Spinelli today, as usual. It's always a pleasure to see them. Um, I really hope Maxie, navigates this whole grief thing. She get her life back on track. That's what I hope for Maxie. And what about Ellie? I haven't heard Spinelli mention Ellie in a long time. Like, are they even still together? Like, what is the case with that? So anyway, I think that's everything on this episode. Hopefully, I'm not forgetting anything. If I am, let me know. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a blessed day. See you tomorrow. Peace.